Hello, what's going on? Episode 62 of the home front. I will give everyone a few minutes to jump on. Welcome to, I think it's episode 62. To think about it for a minute. Make sure you say something so I know you are here. We are talking about why I love being a realtor tonight. Happy Memorial Day, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this beautiful day. Today I actually felt guilty for taking the day off. I worked all weekend and felt bad about it. And I was actually having a conversation with my mom about why do I feel guilty about taking off. Hey Valentine, what's going on? Thanks for joining. Glad you guys could make it today on this holiday. I got a little bit of sun today in case you didn't see. What's going on, Mario? Thank you for joining tonight. Tonight I like to come to you guys every day, give you a little bit of real estate information, and hope you find value in it. But yeah, today took the day off. I had a busy weekend, had a couple open houses. Very interested in the house that I held open yesterday, which was the condo in Woodbridge. And anybody who saw the video, it was very cute. So a lot of interesting things happened over the weekend. But I will tell you guys a little bit about why I like being a real estate agent. I know we have a couple investors out there who watch the show, and I love hearing Valentine's stories. He's always got some crazy stories about what's going on in Texas. First, and that's actually one of the top reasons I like it, is meeting people and their stories that they have, because I know a day off. It's crazy. I'm sure you didn't have a day off though, Valentine. But everybody has a story. Everybody has, experience, and getting to know people and starting to hear a little bit about what other people are doing, and not just clients, but actually, other realtors, other things that they're doing. To me, that's very interesting because this is a people business, and I really am starting to like people. I know I've said it many times that I'm a very introverted person, but doing all of this has really helped me reach out to people and get to know a lot about how people operate. So it's really interesting to me. By the way, DJ, thank you for sharing. Being creative, that's another reason that I like it. I didn't ever think of myself as a creative person, but I have become very creative. I like reading a lot. I've mentioned that to you guys before. And learning what other people are doing is really helpful to me. Learning not just about my industry, but about other entrepreneurs, and creating these relationships with people have really helped me to grow, because you have to really get uncomfortable with your life in order to grow and to change things. And I've really, really learned a lot in the last, I would say, year of doing these things and jumping out there, taking a step outside of my comfort zone. Hey Frank, what's going on? Thank you for joining this evening. Just kind of talking about why I like being a realtor. I didn't think when I got into real estate that I was going to be doing a lot of media, I would say. I knew it would involve marketing, obviously, but I have started doing live videos. I started blogging. I started really learning about relationships, and you were saying relational wealth. That's definitely something that's important, because it's a people business. It's not just I'm trying to sell you a house. It's really people have to like you, know you, and trust you. And for me, that was a new concept, because I kept to myself. I didn't really get outside and talk to people, meet people a lot. And I've learned that it's very, very important for people to actually get to know you and trust you extremely well when you have such a big purchase. Valentine said, I've been creative the past 3 days. I've been wearing the same pants with paint. I wouldn't say that's creative. Maybe you just didn't have time to change. I don't really know. Hey, Lawrence, what's going on? Thank you for joining. But it's just very important to really get to know people, understand how they operate, and, try to relate to them in some way. This is more than just about being their go-to person, their salesman. It's really about valuing the relationships, being able to help people, and really enjoying being around people. Because for me, I want to hang out with people to get to know who they are. And if I can help you in any way, obviously I'm going to do that. But I've said it many times. I'm more than just a realtor. I'm people's friend too when it comes to, I get to know people so intimately when I'm helping them with the purchase of their house that you really start to know things that they probably wouldn't share with you otherwise. So you have to be trustworthy. You have to enjoy talking to people. You have to put out fires, so to speak. You have to learn how to listen to them. So it's very important that you learn and grow. I joke oftentimes and I say I'm going to put firefighter, psychologist, counselor, all these things on my card because that's what I do. I'm in a people business. I'm in a people industry, and it's just very important that you really learn the importance of value and what everybody can bring and how you can help one another. Just masterminding, having conversations, getting to know other realtors. I didn't think that was important as it is, because learning from the successful people has really helped me. It's really helped me to learn what can I do better. I helped cut my learning curve, because when I first got back into real estate in 2013, I had zero clue on what to do. Marketing has changed because I was originally in it in 2005, and it's changed so dramatically. I used to do desk duty and things like that. Hey, Erin, what's going on? Yes, the best communication skill is listening. Thank you. If you can't listen, I like the term, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth so you can listen more, and that's really important thing. People want to know that you understand them and that they're being heard, and you have to close your mouth in order to listen and to really relate to someone. So all those things are important. But going back to marketing, it's all changed with social media. You don't do desk duty anymore. It is helpful. It is a tool, but now it's putting yourself out there so people can get to know you. I still do flyers. I still knock on doors, but those people don't know me, and they're not going to be well. They're not going to receive me well. So just being able for someone to Google my name or Google my brand and find out who I am and see some of the things that I'm doing, they're going to be more likely to work with me, and maybe they'll take a step and ask a question. So maybe I can be helpful in some way. Yeah, exactly right, Erin. We are 98% referral based. So most of the time when someone is looking for a realtor, they're going to contact their friends, find out who they use, or a family member. Thank you so much for the loves. I really appreciate it. Valentine says, I am going to try this listening thing when people show up on time. You have an entirely different industry to deal with, Valentine. Number one, your market is insane out there. And 2, you're an investor, not exactly a real estate agent. So I like some of your stories because it's comical, but it's crazy at the same time. So I really like listening to how things go for you, because I can learn a lot from you. And one day when you have the time, which sounds crazy, maybe I can get you on the show to talk about everything. So I really appreciate you guys this evening. I like this one. I was Googling, because I always like to Google and see what other people say. It says you get to solve mysteries, which is so true, because there's always something going on. It says he likes newer construction. She's drawn to vintage homes. This is funny because, you work with clients and sometimes they don't know what they want. And you have to ask questions in order to help them. So, for example, I had a client tell me, okay, well, I want to spend between, and then there was $100,000 difference. And I'm like, okay, you have between $250 and $350. You're looking at possible, foreclosures, but you also like the idea of move-in ready with a ton of upgrades. So you kind of have to help them narrow down, and then based on, you kind of take them out one time and figure out which ones they like the most. Then you can kind of determine where you're headed, and you have to cut them off sometimes. You have to say, no, you didn't like this. We're not going to go see those anymore because you didn't like any of that stuff that I showed you. So you have to point out to them what they seem to go towards the most. Gerardo says, what do you recommend for someone who's just getting started? As a real estate agent, Gerardo, I would assume you mean. And I would say you get with someone, get with a successful person in your area, and just kind of start shadowing them, talking to different real estate agents, connecting to different realtors, follow the big marketing people like Gary Vee, find out what they're doing, what's working, because there's a lot to learn. There's a book that Gary Keller wrote, Millionaire Real Estate Agent? I don't even remember the name. I read it, but there's a lot of sound techniques that have worked for people that you need to start learning. It's not so much about real estate until you have the deal, but always, always, always find out what other realtors are doing, because they started somewhere. Aaron says, most buyers that start out wanting foreclosures, there's so many, that start out wanting foreclosures or short sales can't afford the repairs. You are so right on that, because they think the idea of a foreclosure sounds good, but when they see the repairs, they're like, oh, there's so much to do, and they don't have the cash to do it. So it's like they're telling you one thing, but they really don't realize. So that's where your expertise and your experience, you have to step in and kind of help them. Lauren said, do realtors have many questionnaires that they send out? I can't answer for anyone specifically. I have a checklist kind of questions that I ask to kind of start helping me understand what motivates the buyer or the seller, whoever you're working with, because you have to know their motivations in order to help them meet their goals. Because sometimes they think one thing, but it's really something else. I've had someone ask me, this isn't in regards to purchasing a home, but it was a flip that we're working on. I want to see how much, all the details of everything we spent. And I was like, well, why do you need to know that? And I figured out why, but he was asking the wrong question. And that's where I kind of had to just listen to what he was saying. And then I find out the right question to ask him to figure out what he really wanted. So as realtors, you have to be able to listen to find out motivations, because sometimes they're asking you the wrong questions. So it's really, really a people business, and psychology is kind of a big deal. You have to understand people. See, I was right. Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Thank you, Aaron. I'm glad you helped me remember that. What's going on, ETE? Thanks for joining. Carlito said the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. I have that one, and I think the Millionaire Real Estate Investor too that he wrote, which are good books. 203K loans, those are really good. I personally haven't closed any of them, but I have a lot of people asking about the 203K loans, and I've heard a lot of loan officers tell me that they've not been successful getting those through. Want to be successful? Investor learn Spanish. That's a good one. It's not, I wouldn't say that would be something easy to do, learning Spanish, but I do have Rosetta Stone. I don't know if that counts. Mexican people, better prices. I did not say that. That's totally you saying that. Aaron said, I have a questionnaire lead page, Marshall Holmes of York. That's right. You're up in Pennsylvania. Go ahead and hack it. There you go. Lawrence, you got some information there. Okay. So if anybody, no more questions here. Let me see if I have anything else. An outlet to be creative. Like I said, I didn't think that I would be doing all the media that I'm doing when I started this, but I absolutely enjoy it now. I really come out of my shell and started becoming Neil Mathweg. He's someone that I follow. He's another realtor out of Wisconsin. He has a podcast, and he says, be a media company that just so happens to sell real estate. And I love that, because I never thought that I would have anything like this going, but I love it. I get energy from talking to everyone. And the questions that you guys ask actually help me grow as well. So I'm really grateful that we have the social media outlets that we have. I have Snapchat, and that's where I really started making my connections with the other realtors, because which ironically transcended over to Facebook, and we have a Snapchat group. But making those connections to start with, and then seeing that other realtors are having success with the Facebook Lives as well. And that's what helped me get started. I was extremely nervous. I don't know if any of you guys saw my first show. We did Girls Night Live, which was on Tuesday nights. And it was really fun, but it was extremely, it was way outside my comfort zone. So it was just hard for me. And then I had a co-host, which we're going to get back to it, but my co-host was Tiffany. She loved it. We just had fun together. We had the chemistry. We had a great rapport on the show, and it was easy to sit with someone and kind of like bounce back and forth. But to step out on my own and do the show on my own, it was nerve-wracking for me. But now I can sit, and I've actually had shows that I've done on my own for 20, 30 minutes. So it's not a big deal anymore. It's just me growing, and I absolutely love it. Lauren said, awesome job you're doing. Keep it up. The home friends. Thank you so much, Lawrence. That really makes me feel good. Yes, please, everyone share this out. Don't be selfish with the information. I really, hope to bring value to you guys. And if I can help you in any way, if you have any questions that I can help you with, or even if you're not in Virginia, but you're looking to start the process, I can help you get a realtor in another state as well. So please don't hesitate to contact me. I love helping people. That's what I'm here for, and that's why I'm doing this ultimately. Building new relationships, helping people, trying to cut your learning curves. It says, when you come to Texas, I'll get your own gun to meet my contract. Okay. And you know what? I'd like to visit with you. I am coming to Texas to meet up with a friend, and I would love to meet you since I will be in the area. So we'll talk about that. But thanks again, guys, for joining me. I really appreciate the fact that you guys spend time with me every evening during the week, and you guys are sharing this out. So again, if I can help you in any way, please don't hesitate to contact me. Carlito says, I try to make it and watch your shows. Oh, thank you so much, Carlito. I really appreciate you guys watching me all the time. We also help people virtually to get their homes ready to sell. Yeah, exactly. Anything that we can do, I try to offer value. And any questions that I can help with. If I don't know the answer, I will try to find it for you, because that's what I'm here for. So I really appreciate you guys again, and I will see you tomorrow.